complain. Oh. Only after the election, where them do, we still they wait for the change, All the promise when they make, it don't be like saying a fake. Where the money, where the food, cause everybody want improve. Since you come, no tears and pain, we don't tire to complain, I see the bad way you've been do. You don't turn Nigeria into two. 97% and 5%. You know been talk like president. They rule Nigeria with sentiment. And take your office to revenge. Oh yeah now, Oga Buhari, we dey beg you. Let Nigeria no go scatter for your head, yo. Yes, sir. After the election, where them do, we still they wait to see the change, yo. Cause all the promise when they make, it don't be like saying a fake, yo. And where the money, where the food, Nigerian people want improve. But since you come, not tears and pain, we don't tire to complain, No employment for the youth, and security no improve. Inflation don't they hit the roof, still government no they say the truth. Oh yeah my brother, this change now yawa. We don't do this suffer, pray God for Nigeria. Oh yeah my sister, this coming now yawa. You don't do this suffer, we pray God for Nigeria. After the election where them do, we still they wait to see the change. Cause all the promise when they make, it don't be like saying a fake kill. Where the money, where the food, Nigerian people want improve. But since you come, not tears and pain, we don't tire to complain, See us economy just the fall, but it just the travel around the world. I be your office there for sky. Now your time for working, they taking the fly. We no give you different, but you take them. Certificate is certificate. Baba Buhari, election criminal. I make you collect and you hail them. Yasuki collect you the jail them. Baba Buhari, you the partial. After the election, where them do, we still they wait for the change. All the promise when they make, it don't be like saying a fake. Where the money, where the food, cause everybody want improve. Since you come, no tears and pain, we don't tire to complain,
Now wow, people wey suppose talk truth to power don't off mic. And if we talk, now 500,000 they go summer us, call them hate speech. But fear not, Maiyegun don't come. He go torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people where they spoil our country. So my people make we laugh, yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. My people make we shout, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun diary Politico, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. This one not the off in mind.
just light every corner.
Maiyegun don come,
Okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Them be promise us say we go get light and power. Them hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Every day dollar just they get the higher power over naira. Still them talk say make we off mind, but thank God say Maiyegun don come.
So my people make you loud down, Maiyegun don come, My people make we shout, Maiyegun don come, Maiyegun don come, man of the masses, Maiyegun don come, Maiyegun Diary Politico, Maiyegun don come, this one not day off in mind, Maiyegun don come, person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that Maiyegun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say Maiyegun Diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day then they take money in bulk. Woman picking, they the street they hawk. Still them talk say make we no talk. But thank God say Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you loud, Maiyegun don't come,
Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Maiyegun Diary,
Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Maiyegun ti dé o ọ̀rẹ́ ará ìlú. Lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube. Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Maiyegun já wa sí. Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú.
Thank you. Good evening to you. Good morning to you. Good afternoon to you from wherever you are watching from. And this is Maiyegun Live. Thank you so much for joining me. Share the broadcast. Invite your friends. Tell them. Maiyegun today.
Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Maiyegun Diary. Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹ́gbọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu. Àní Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Yeah, you have read the caption of the broadcast. No joke. Sowore is no longer Nigeria citizen, according to Nigeria jihadist government. It's interesting, right?
YouTube. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Bàbá gbé wúrẹ́. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ijó ìgbádìyẹ. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Presido bá rúfin o. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Gómìnà gbówó jẹ. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ọlọ́kà tí ń darí bá. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Shay, help us, help us. There is God, There is God, God. God should descend, today God will descend here. Nigerian women will not cry in vain. Nigerian women will not cry in vain. This thing will end today. My sisters, if your child lost, will you stay and keep quiet? Will you people stay and keep quiet? The president now is calling you, come, I want to help you. You don't want to appear. Will you agree? No. Now the first lady is calling you, come, I want to help you. Come to find your child, your missing child. Will you keep quiet? No. Child. There is God, oh. There is God, oh. The bloods we are sharing, there is God, oh. There is God, oh. There is God, oh. There is God, oh. There is God, oh.
It's okay. Facebook. And yes,
Thank you so much for joining me. Yes, it is going to be an open mic on the program tonight, which means I am going to use the first part. The second part is for you, which means if you have an additional opinion or you disagree, you can grab your phone, dial that number that is strolling on your screen. And please, when you want to make the call, make sure you are making it on your WhatsApp. Don't call directly, and you can speak directly to me right here in my studio, my mini studio. As some of you are shocked, there are all strange things, many strange things happening in Nigeria under Buhari that we have lost count. You know, Moyele Sowore, the bone tied to the neck of the Nigeria rabid dogs, the Nigerian rulers. First, he used this platform to bring to bear most of the information that many of you have today about your criminal politicians in Nigeria. This won him so many enemies. It's also won him so many friends and admirers. Moyele Sowore became a citadel of discovery when it comes to the grafts and the criminalities of the past and present political criminals in Nigeria, including the religious ones as well. And it came a time when if you criticize the criminal politicians, the impoverished, bro-beaten, and then psychologically destroyed Nigerians will ask you, why don't you come back here and challenge them? Moyele Sowore is an example of a Nigerian that believed that all Nigerians needed was to come together and fight the system that has kept them so much apart, and no sight of them coming together ever. He believed so. So he sacrificed himself by coming down to Nigeria. This time around, he offered himself for the presidential post. Nigerians, they rally around their thieves. They rally around their oppressors. They rally around their killers. And they mock and scorned Moyele Sowore. Undeterred, he kept pushing because he believed until Nigerians indeed come together, there is nothing that can stop all these criminals, because in your division lies their power. Then suddenly, the system came for Moyele Sowore. They accused him of treason because he was calling on Nigerians to reject this barbarity that keeps killing them, keeps taking everything away from them. But yet no proof, nothing. They said hashtag revolution now was a treasonable hashtag meant to overthrow Buhari. You know the long story. No evidence, no court case, and they kept adjourning and adjourning, which is justice delayed, is justice what? Denied. Sowore is given city arrest while they locked him up for over a year now in Abuja, that even when his own blood brother was killed by the Fulani terrorists, in far away Ondo State from Abuja, he was not even given the courtesy of honoring his, paying his last respect to his own blood brother. So they kept him in Abuja because of #revolution now. The Nigerians, the born to suffer head Nigerians, they are congregating every day asking, you know what, give us, you know, it's like this. Sowore is here. Is the cause of all of their problems, according to those born to suffer heads, right? Or you see all these thieves, blood-drenching criminals. They will say, give us Sowore and save these criminals. Why Sowore is there in Abuja and the Nigeria government, Malamu and gang are running away from courts. Today, Nigeria government deactivated Omoyele Sowore's passport, his international passport. They deactivated his national ID card. They deactivated his permanent voter's card. And I bet you, the Buhari idiots, they are not really happy. They should do more. Some said it should be killed. And when you ask them why, they have no other reason than is the enemy of Buhari, is the enemy of Tifnumbu. It was Sahara reporters that gave us the insight, detailed investigation into Tifnumbu's drug dealing in Chicago. The Tifnumbu's forged certificates for, you know, ridiculous, untraceable family background and the rest of all those gobble stuff they put together for him. Sahara reporter did a lot. And let me tell you something. The Buhari idiots, the Lagos Abobakus, they have no idea what this simply means because they actually want him killed. If that can be done as soon as possible. When he was shot at in Abuja, they said he should have been killed. When they've made many attempts on his lives. Now, Buhari's government is now telling us that Sowore is not a Nigerian. Yes, that's what they just did. They deactivated his citizenship. It is the same card that they were playing with Atifku as well. You remember that it is this same government, Malamu and gang, that came out to remind us that Atifku is from Cameroon. That in fact, the town that Atifku comes from, if you look at the map and the border of Cameroon and Nigeria, the town and the villages and everything there comes from Cameroon. They play this tribal card because divided as you are is the better for them. But hey, they also scream to accuse you when you say, you know what, we won't be part of this old charade anymore. We don't want to be part of all this murderous stuff anymore. Rather, excuse me. All right. So rather, we will go our separate ways. And they say, no, you are enemy of Nigeria. How can you explain this to me, please? You who, well, somebody like me now, I wouldn't know. I don't have their national ID card. I don't have their national permanent voter's card. Their passports, I've actually been looking for that. I don't even know if it's expired or what have you. I've not used that in ages. So maybe it's on the day I try to ask for those things that I'll find out that I've actually been de-citizened, if there's any word like that. That is the latest. Your citizenship can be taken away from you by the government of Nigeria and you can become stateless. They have just done it to Omoyele Sowore. In the next few hours, yeah? They are going to what? They are going to deny it. In fact, they may attempt to even reverse it. But you know what they just did? They just tested something out. Which is your citizenship of Nigeria that you can't really define. That we have been having all this conversation around who is a Nigerian? What makes you a Nigerian? What are the citizenship rights that you as a Nigerian can say, yes, this is what makes me a Nigerian? Nobody can really define it. It is just Nigeria as it is. It's just a geographical existence with people mounted together, confused, and then ignorant in most cases. Nobody can define who is a Nigerian. But it seems that Buhari and gang, and listen, this is not even about Buhari anymore. This is APC, Egbekegbe. You see all these policies that have done nothing but to further divide Nigeria, to further bring hardship, that actually justify why people are asking that the existence of Nigeria is due for negotiation 50 years ago. That it should have been renegotiated a while back. That is the state policy of APC, Egbekegbe. That is the legacy that Tinubu is coming to build on. The policy that can always be like, so you want to prove to be enemies of a government, Abi? Once you are enemy of government, as they call it, yeah? Not a critic of government, not an opposition of government, or what have you, right? Once they call you, once you criticize them, you are considered an enemy. You will be lucky if they just de-citizened you. Tell me, all of you, wordsmith, is there any word like de-citizened? Because that's what comes to my mind. I mean, how can you, I know if you don't have any country, you are called stateless. That's the policy of APC, Egbekegbe. While on the other hand, Fulanis from the Sahel, Fulanis from the other West African and East African countries are flocking to Nigeria through the opened border in northern Nigeria. And their citizenship is being decided even before they leave Ghana, Mauritania, being Mauritius, leave Mali, leave Chad, leave Niger, leave all these places before they even pack and started coming here, coming to Nigeria. Their citizenship is being decided already. But you, a Yoruba man, you, an Igbo man, your citizenship can be taken away because what? Because you are demanding for equity, you are demanding for justice, you are speaking up against tyranny, you are speaking up against a dictatorship, you are prone to be assassinated, jailed, or de-citizened. I'm still waiting for somebody to tell me if... No, you can renounce your citizenship. That's different. I'm talking about when politicians in government decided to just deactivate everything that makes you a citizen, every identity. Because your identity, see, your date of birth will be the foundation for all other identifications that you're going to get, yeah? Then when you begin to get a national identification, it means that your data is in national. So what they did is that they can just click it. It's a computer. They can just click it there, deactivate you. You can be on a plane right now, going to New York. And before you land in New York, from Nigeria, from Abuja, you just land and you say, here, they will just say, hey, who are you? So check my ID. Well, your ID says that you don't exist. This doesn't even exist. That is what they have done. And that is also another powerful tool they are going to devise in their charade 2023 election. And that is the legacy that Tinubu and gang are going to build on. If you have checked all the antecedents, Sowore, Sahara reporters, and these guys who, there's something I love about Sahara reporters. Some of you may not like Sowore. And if you ask from those who don't like Sowore, generally, if you see those who don't really like Sowore, they don't like Sowore because of Showore's positions on politicians that they like or they used to like. Do you understand what I mean? It was never always like this, okay? What happened was that people loved their oppressors differently until their oppressors turned to murderers. I'm talking about not just the physical killing, economic destruction that has brought one-ton poverty to the people. But before things got to this end, before Buhari proved everybody right, those who warned people ahead of time, yeah, it never used to be like this. So people used to have their own preferences. They would tell you, I'm not a PDP member. I'm not an APC member. But I prefer this person. Oh, I prefer that person. For their own sentimental reasons. It used to be like that. So when Sahara Reporters comes out and says, oh, this person has stolen 150 billion naira, and they begin to feel things out, people started fighting themselves. So those, if when Sahara Reporters released something against APC, the PDP supporters, they will use that as a reference to show that APC is corrupt. When Sahara Reporters released something on PDP, the PDP will be mad. The PDP members and those sympathizers will be mad, angry at Sahara Reporters, right? APC members, they will grab that information and use it against the PDP. So somehow, many of them have had their sentiment against the Sowore. But in all of this, in all of this, to this day, some of them still have that same sentiment. It's so hard to let go. I can't forgive. I can never forgive Sowore and Sahara Reporters with what they did with Goodluck Jonathan. Some people don't like him for that. They have tried. They can give you other reasons. They can give you other things. Some of them, they don't make any sense. But the main one is that, it's because of Jonathan. Even though the same Jonathan is currently probably sleeping in the spare room next to Buhari in Aso Rock. They're always giggling. They're always like everything every now and then. So, in all of this, there's none of them that actually warrants Omoyele Sowore to be what? To be decitizened by the government that is funding the invasion of Fulani terrorists into Nigeria, not just Nigeria, but into the southern Nigeria of today. So it is their policy. And this is also one of the reasons why I am saying that if they figure out that somehow many of you are going to want to possibly agree last that revolution is what will kick out these criminals and possibly give you what you desire, the country you want, Biafra, Oduduwa Republic. Some of you still don't think that until these guys are gone, you are not getting any of this. Until we devise means of getting rid of them, not just these ones showing up right now, okay? I'm talking about the entire system that gives them that buffer, that gives them that foundation to still exist. Until we find a common ground to undo what they have done, you will never get anything out of this. Rather, we will continue to bleed. That doesn't mean that we won't continue to fight as well, okay? Even though some of us, that's one of the reasons why some of us are saying that. In fact, hang on. The last time Omoyele Sowore was here, we were talking about 2023 and the usual enthusiasm of Nigerians, where they will ask you to come back home. Come back home. You know what I mean? Now, many of us who will never come back home to participate in charade and murderous campaign or war that you call the politics, we would have probably come back home if, one, you have a working electoral system, and two, you have not turned Omoyele Sowore to your public enemy number one, that you can watch your government commit illegality. You can watch your politicians keep quiet because it's not them. And I mean, you can do all of that, and we can see you, right, share them on when all these criminalities are being committed. Who would want to be part of that in the first place? The jungle that many of you, I'm talking about some of you, these Nigerians living this lie, the contraption that you have made home. Who would want to come back to such war zone with what you are doing to Omoyele Sowore and what you even plan to do to whoever is against your Tifnumbu and gang? But listen, some of us knows that the self-destruction that will wind down the influence of the criminals who believe that they can get away with anything, because yes, in the name of Nigeria, you can tell a citizen there, for those who still claim citizenship, right? You can tell them that they are no longer citizen of that country with no consequences. You get what I mean now? So they are not different from those who are coming. And Tifnumbu and gang too, which I strongly ask you to please halt. We have those who know generally, in fact, even within their own rank, who know generally that Tifnumbu, in fact, in their own party, Tifnumbu and Buhari, many of you who currently see the Buhari's evil and devilish acts, in the next 6 months or a year after the Tifnumbu presidency, you will begin to actually start praising Buhari. So if you want to have it worse, well, you can champion that. So people like us believe that you are going to self-destruct. You see all those criminals you are championing for, they will self-destruct. So before they decided to de-citizen us, before we figure out that they have actually de-citizened us, it is better for every one of you to know that participating or encouraging their whatever bogus election is the validation of what currently exists and what is still to come, which would never, ever be compared to what you are currently experiencing. So let's put it straight. Use your energy. Use everything in you. If you are living abroad, if you are not in Nigeria, use your influence. Ensure that, you see, participating or encouraging the Tifnumbu and gang, including all their APC, Egbekegbe, to start with, dragging the Yorubas into their selfish northern agenda, use your energy to discourage them. Use everything to stop them. Use everything to help come to the time where the people of Nigeria will realize that until they do away with this charade, until they do away with this criminal, the breakfast that they are sharing will reach everybody one by one. I'm still figuring out what that action is. The citizenship. When your country, the country you ran to become president once, the citizened you. So Moyele Sowore, as we speak right now, according to the Buhari's book, and their gang is no longer a citizen of Nigeria. Make of whatever you can, or let me say, make use of whatever you can of that to start with, right? Now, talking about these criminals angling to take their power, to lead you to, they say it's going to be, first it was change. The next one is next devil. So they are now taking you to the upper level. And Oshibade, which I believe is so strongly ambitious, and they are actually putting him in there to stop Tifnumbu from within. They say, Omo inu oka, onlo nse kupoka. For those who know Cobra very well, Cobra is Oka, is it? Is Cobra Oka? I don't know. Well, Cobra, if you see the Cobra, arching or trying to, arching the eggs, they usually eat they eat the belly of their mother snakes, and that means every time a Cobra gives birth, they die, and the children leaves. So that's why they say it is the it is the Omoinu Oka that kill Oka. That is Omoinu Cobra that kill Cobra. So Oshunbade is serious. And in fact, what they are pushing is that Tifnumbu is too old. Tifnumbu is, whatever he's suffering from, is terminal. And somehow, Tifnumbu is selfish. Okay? They believe that Tifnumbu is selfish. And the fact that Tifnumbu will have to pick somebody from the north to be his vice president. And the person they are looking into is no other person than Gandola, the Babariga mobile banking CEO of Kano, Gandola of Kano. That's the person they are looking forward to deputize Tifnumbu. So that's why they are now pushing the idea of a Muslim ticket. Don't worry, we have the numbers. Forget about that. We can push Muslim tickets. So all this in the camp of Oshibaju is selfish. On the other hand, in the northern part of all these mullahs and the rest of them, they were like, it would never happen. A Christian to be the president and be their leader. Oshibade is a pastor, so it's an infidel. So that one will be, nah, it's not going to happen. So it's all yam, pepper, scatter, scatter. But we'll not go find out later. For those who are denying, I know it will never fire. I mean, lie. Well, they don't dance to this in northern Nigeria for Oshunbade for president.
Kano Tubingiwa. I'm here in Kano Kodame, Kazo Africa. As incredibly humorous people of Kano will say, Garini Mba, Kano Ba, Gajinala.
Sai ku fito maza da mata mu kwanta al'ummar mu ma'ana mu zaɓi cancanta yemi osi banjo. Ku fito maza da mata mu kwanta al'ummar mu ma'ana mu zaɓi cancanta yemi osi banjo. Sai ku fito maza da mata mu kwanta al'ummar mu ma'ana mu zaɓi cancanta yemi osi banjo.
Tare da kai na fara Allah.
Mu bi osi banjo.
Kewa sallah
Ummi osi banjo
me kai nufi ka kulla
Ummi osi banjo
Allah ka taimake ni na jure duka horo.
Sai ku fito maza da mata mu kwanta al'ummar mu ma'ana mu zaɓi cancanta yemi osi banjo.
Tare da dodubin salati
Ummi osi banjo
annabin da ya wafati
Ummi osi banjo
da dukkan alil baiti
Ummi osi banjo
sanya Ali kwaɗan sha'ibu gwanin da ba ya tsoro.
Sai ku fito maza da mata mu kwanta al'ummar mu ma'ana mu zaɓi cancanta yemi osi banjo.
Da kare mu mai halarci
Ummi osi banjo
shi zai ba mu duka yanci
Ummi osi banjo
ya shawacin hanci
Ummi osi
shi
banjo
zai gyara duk ƙasar mu ta haskaka a taro.
Sai ku fito maza da mata mu kwanta al'ummar mu.
Mommy Ozzy Banjo. Mommy Ozzy Banjo. You know that? Election period. You see all these boys that you are going to start seeing on social media. I told you that last night. All these boys, young boys who are going to be telling you Tifnumbu did this, Tifnumbu did that, blah, 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 this, blah, 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 that. Some of you, they are going to tell you things that you look around when you are in the bus in Oshodi and you are reading your phone and you read something that will be like, wait, are these guys talking about this same Lagos? You will know they are lying. You know what I mean? No, I mean, I like tunes now. I wish I understand what they're saying. Ahmed is coming to tell me, so don't worry. You see all these boys that are going to be telling you different lies about Tifnumbu. Some of you will be like, I mean, this, you know what I mean? They don't debut them inside their WhatsApp group now. PDP WhatsApp group, they are already recruiting. APC, Egbekegbe WhatsApp group, they are already recruiting. All of them, jobless boys and girls, right? They are already recruiting them. They are going to bombard you. You go see song. But one thing they would never want to publicly admit yet is that internally, they are agreeing with us that Tifnumbu is selfish, is old, is senile. All these other things they are going to package for you, they are just for show. Umayi came out, Umayi said, God told him to contest for president. And God told him that he might not win. You don't hear that before? I tell you, election time don't come. God, politicians will start hearing from God. Even Tinubu said he is still consulting. Who is he consulting? He's not consulting anybody. Just making sure that they are tapping base and making sure everybody will talk, say, yes, sir, it go be. I still saying, yes, sir, it go be. There's no touching base, anything. Who might? Governor of Ebonyi. He said God told him to contest. So he has declared, he's told Buhari now that he's going to run for president. Now everybody, they run for president. Banjo, 5 naira, 5 naira. But you see internally, they know. And the old jobbing is mostly in northern Nigeria. As people, they shout, oh, me, banjo, me, banjo, and all that stuff, right? Mind you, some people are also praying in northern Nigeria for Tinubu. The money is rolling in there.
اللهم نسألك أن تساعد دولة أهل تنمو على هذه الأمر يا رب العالمين ويكون رئيس نيجيريا في هذه القرن يا رب العالمين رزقك يا أرحم الراحمين يا رب العالمين ندعوك أن تساعدنا يا الله اللهم دعوناك كما أمرت فعجبنا اللهم يا الله كما وعدت إنك لا تخلف الميعاد برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين يا رب العالمين اللهم آمنا في أوطاننا وأصل أئمتنا وولاة أمورنا وأبي أصول الإسلام يا هادي يا سلام برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين يا رب العالمين اللهم اغفر لجميع المسلمين برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين يا رب العالمين اللهم إنا دعوناك على رئيس نيجيريا محمد بوهاري أن تساعده في كل مكان اللهم أعينه بتأييدك يا الله اللهم قيم بقوتك يا أرحم الراحمين يا رب العالمين يا الله ندعوك أن تساعد بولا أهل تنمو على هذه الأمر يا رب العالمين اللهم أعينه بتأييدك يا رب العالمين
Allah ka taimake ni na jure duka horo.
Sai ku fito maza da mata, mu kwanta al'ummar mu ma'ana mu zaɓi cancanta ya mi osi banta.
Tare da dodumin salati.
Mi osi banta.
Annabin.
I like this song. I don't know what they are singing. So when we talk about stopping these criminals, it's because we have seen their antecedents. There is nothing new they're going to bring that is in any way in your interest. So my job is to discourage you. Maiyegun, what is your problem with Tinubu? My friend, go and bring. I don't get any candidate. Look at me very well. If anybody come here and say, I want Yoruba nation, I want this and that, but if I have a chance of voting, I will still, for the sake of Yoruba, I will vote for Tinubu and that. Or for the sake of the Igbo, I will vote. You know what I mean? That's rubbish. I know the system. Tiger will never give birth to goats. Okay, hang on. The other way. A sheep will never give birth to lion. It's never going to happen. Forget it. The rotten system of Nigeria will never produce leadership, no matter what you think about it. So it is absurd to even think you have a way around it. You will be lying to yourselves. Like I said yesterday, right? It sounds foolish to say I'm not going to be part of the voting and the rest of that. But it is more foolish when your choice are these criminals. Yeah? And if I say, Omoyele Sowore for president, 99% of all of you who are here watching me right now on a control level, you are going to tell me that, forget it, Maiyegun, it's not going to happen. And I will have no choice. I will agree with you because I know it's not going to happen. The system is never going to let that happen. You know what I'm talking about? So don't come here and think MaiyegunsDiary, that batch and batch all these thieves, Tinubu and gang, is probably you are waiting for a day. Maiyegun is going to come here and say, yeah, just because of after I think about it, I think we should get, oh boy, you go there foul. It will never happen. My job, my single job, which I have the right to, is to discourage you from participating in that nonsense. because those who have been doing it, they have been getting the same results using the same system. The same system is the system that refused change. Since it has refused any form of a change or anything to at least operate like the 21st century country, 21st century leadership, since it has refused or rejected all kind of efforts, yeah, it is absolute nonsense to now say it is foolish not to participate in election. Which election? Which one? Nigeria election, where all of you already you don't drag yourself. Who is better between the Senile Tifnumbu and then another 65 years old man, fake Pastor Ruga, whose economic sense in the last 6 years is to give 10,000 naira to poor Nigerians to start trade so that they can lift 10 million Nigerians out of poverty in 10 years, giving 10,000 naira to poor people. Last, everything went down the drain. And yeah, those are your choices. So my job, which I have chosen, which I have the right to, is to discourage you. Don't join them. Don't. You have nothing to lose. They are going to write their name. You think your election, your vote is going to change that? Don't be that dumb. Come on. First, you have to accept that, yes, it is foolish not to participate in the election. It's your right. Of course, it's your right. But you don't have the right to exercise it. No, you don't. No, you don't. Yes, you do. No, you don't. It's beyond just going out there to register to vote. We know more to it. As you get into their rubbish election, right, you are going to start hearing registered voters are not seeing their names. You register in Sokoto, you find your name in Ekiti. You register in, you register in Ibadan, you find your name somewhere in Zamfara. And blah, 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 blah. Your fingerprint, this is not working. Your permanent voter's card is going to be delivered so time. Oh, they found your your voter's card, undelivered voter's card, the 100,000, they found them somewhere in a bush. That's nonsense. That's what you're going to get used to as you move into it. Then it will make sense to you that you're wasting your time. This system, program it that way. If you think you can work with it, good luck to that. To you, my friends, don't waste your time. Don't join them. And do not ever get blackmailed into joining them. You have nothing to lose. Let them write their names. Okay? The more, and if you have noticed this APC, Egbekegbe, since they came in, they have done everything to make all of you, for those who get sense still, to make many of you so discouraged about election. Check out the voters turnout in most of their elections because of the threats. You have more security, more policemen, more soldiers than voters in election, like war. APC, Egbekegbe made that happen. And they also rejected electoral reform. The one that could have easily, somehow, ease things off, is how you conduct your election, how you select your representatives, and the rest of that. Enough that even if you're not going to take over the entire system from them, you can start taking the entire system in bits until you kick them out. But they are not stupid. They are smart enough. They rejected any kind of reform. Are you mad? Reform waiting. Now the crazy thing say you're smart because you can speak English, you can speak grammar. Things say we are stupid. We know to say the whole thing. No, the whole thing is not working. Do you think we don't know? We know. But it's better that way. That's the best way. Then you want to waste your time to participate in such nonsense right before your eyes. You asked for electoral reform. They rubbished it. You have seen what that has become, Abi. Then you want to, Jenny, we all need to vote. I'm not saying you should not go and vote. But you, my friend, if you are smart enough, you will boycott it because there's something more to demand for. And that is when they continue to lose legitimacy. When they say, Ogun State governor elected by 7,000 people out of 5 million people. The day that the state is going to be taken over by 100,000, 200,000 people, we wait for their 7,000 people that voted for. You know what I mean? So you have nothing to lose. Abi, what have you gained since you have been following their election? Some of you have been predicting it. You have known those who could do better, who won't do better. Last, now BLLP. Loss. Don't waste your energy. Don't waste your time. Sowore once said that here. And I still don't know why. Many of you who also disagrees with the system are still finding it difficult to solidarize with Omoyele Sowore Things have improved. I'm glad. Over time, majority of my friends right here, they don't disagree with Omoyele Sowore, despite the differences in the, what everyone is advocating for. The camaraderie, what do you call it? This brotherhood that we are building right here, right now, is getting better. But I mean, we should solidarize with people who are fighting the same system if we actually know what we are fighting for. Indeed. Just thought I should drop that. And talking about your one Nigeria. Look at yourselves. Take a look at this, right? One Nigeria is only for the show. Nigeria versus Egypt. Hey, Super Eagles. See, I love this. This is what Nigeria used to be. Everybody used to be so nice. Everybody used to love one another, support one another. There was no much bickering that could, that could make us so kind of despise one another. Hey, I love this. Lies. When they blow the final whistle, pull, you come back to that reality. Because throw it on the table. Why? What do you think about Igbo presidency? In all fairness, if with everything that you have witnessed in the last 6 years alone, I've taught you nothing about Nigeria, it should have shown you that the rulers of Nigeria, they don't like the Igbos, except the Igbos who are in bed with them, just like the Yorubas, who are also in bed with them. Because if you look at every other thing they've done, apart from the fact that we are sharing the same criminal punishment from these criminals, look at what they are doing to the Igbo. So throw it on the table. Yoruba man, Yoruba woman, Fulani, Awusa, Ijo, Ishekiri, Efik, Tife, and all. You know what I mean? Put everybody together. I can tell you this, free of charge. When you throw this into the midst of the one Nigerian, their reaction is going to be the same. You will see how they are going to tell you that, they don't trust the Igbos to be president. One Nigeria. No, the Igbos have to belong. And you say, okay, which caucus the Katsina people belong to, that they produced Yaradua and they also produced Buhari? No other caucus other than they belong to the northern Nigeria, where criminal elite have already kidnapped the destiny of their own people. So all you need is just their own endorsement. They have the Igbos who have been in Buhari's government. They have the Igbos who have been Buhari's ministers. They have Igbos who have been Buhari's advisors. But guess what? Throw it on the table. There is no qualified Igbo to lead Nigeria. Not because there is no qualified Igbo, right? It is because the system was not put together with the Igbos in mind. The Igbos are never in mind. And this fact is one of the reasons why they are so scared to have a real conversation around restructuring, a real conversation around a new constitution and all of that, because it has gotten to a point whereby it simply means if you want to keep Nigeria, you would have to share things equally, including power. There is an unwritten code that an Igbo man will never be president of Nigeria. And look at me very well, every 4 years, they play that card of why not Igbo presidency? Why not Igbo presidency? But psychologically, they have ingrained it in the brains of majority of all those who claim to be one Nigeria. Will you vote for an Igbo? They conducted a poll in northern Nigeria sometimes in 2020. It's not that massive, but they said they conducted a poll of about 200,000 people in about 14 states in northern Nigeria. And there are just 2 questions. Will you vote for a Christian as president, and will you vote for an Igbo president? Yeah? Guess what? 88% of those who responded, yeah, they said no, never. Only 12% or so said why not? They will vote. And people came back, they said those 12%, they are likely the Igbo traders who have been living in northern Nigeria. And of course, as they are there, they will vote for whether na Yoruba president or they will vote for whether na Fulani or Hausa president or. So if you ask them, they will tell you, yeah, I'll vote for an Igbo. But you see the core north, they actually would never vote it. So it is considered as a political suicide for any political party right now in Nigeria. It's unwritten, no, it is unwritten, but it exists, right? It's like a suicide. If you now say, oh yeah, the next presidential candidate of PDP, Peter Obi. People know how Peter Obi made his money. Maybe you know how Peter Obi made his money. Do you know how Tifnubu made his money? Simple question. If you ask them, how did Tifnubu make his money? Now fight. They will start fighting you. How did your father make his money? Go and bring your father. Is it Tinubu that said your father should not make money? I say, now simple question. Why you dey fight? It's all trash. Ask me better question. Okay. How did Tifnubu make his money? You see, you don't have any good question. I said, answer that. Come on. But people know how Peter Obi made his money. Peter Obi, when he was governor, right? But he's an Igbo man. Right? People just use him as an example of Igbo candidate that can never be president. Except if they now drag that Igbo president, Igbo candidate, drag him to the north and say, you mullahs, Tifnubu can't help you. Let's put their card on the table and see what they did when they were all governors. This and that, right? Maybe that can make an Igbo man president in Nigeria. Do you get that now? So it's an unwritten one. And then you sit in a place and they are talking about one Nigeria. And you are upset that some people don't believe in that trash. That some people, after tracing the genesis of what, this whole thing didn't happen overnight. They started sometimes a long time ago. Now Buhari can't expose everything, make everybody can see clearly, say, oh boy, Nigeria is not for you. But you are sitting somewhere, throw it open. Why can't we have an Igbo president? A Yoruba man will be like, I'm a Yoruba man. I would rather support a Yoruba president. It doesn't have any other reason than that same Nigeria selfish mentality that only serves the purpose of those who believe that they stand to benefit than the others. Do you understand that now? In fairness, they need to fight for it. Let them go wear glove. Or what? It is an unwritten one. The same reason why Nigeria will never willingly elect Igbo president is because, one, the system would never let a fair election elect a better leader or a better candidate for all positions through a free and fair system. The system says Northern Nigeria holds about 70% of the votes that determines who win election in Nigeria, right? And at the same time, they also control the umpire that decide which election is legit, which election is not legit. Now, it's so worse, right? It's even worse. Now, they also control the military, the police that should be neutral in an election. Do you know they are not? You know what I mean, right? Now, not just that. When they are done, and you think, okay, I've managed to get the evidence of all their fraud. This is not an election. This is fraud, right? Then you approach the court. They control that court. That is what you call the system. That is pretty much like a 10 steps ahead of you. Why should you have to put yourself through that? Is the question. Why? It is a rigged system, and a system that can never elect an Igbo president. It's the same system that will never elect the young person to lead Nigeria. Open your eyes. It is the system. They call it the class war. Obviously it is, but you just have to find where or which part of this class you belong to. The upper class, the lower class. There is no middle class. It is the system. system that will make a system where a country of over 200 million people have the population of, have 70 to 72% of that population of young people in the population of 200 million. We're talking about, a country of 160 or 170 million young people. But they can't elect their own leaders. They can never elect one of themselves. No. The system will not let that. So think about that. So what is your one Nigeria? You do it. You do it until they finally take away your citizenship. Me, I don't know when they will take my own away. I don't even know if they have taken it already. Okay? But you see, if APC, Egbe, continue, and mind you, let's be honest too, in all honesty, as Nigeria stands right now, there is nothing, absolute nothing, that can stop APC, Egbe, deciding who is going to be your next president. And please, please, don't brag. I didn't just say that. I have my reasons, and I always prefer to use the antecedent rather than assumption. These guys can rig election. Whatever they want to do, they can do. They have, and you probably will want to protest, but you know what that means? It's death sentence. You have seen people who protested against the decisions and the actions of this government. You have seen how many people killed. You have seen how many people locked up. You have seen how many people exiled. That's how brutal they are. And they will do it again and again, especially when they are now desperate to cover up. So if they ever conduct any election for you at all, they have the capacity to rig it. And they give no damn about whatever you want to say or do. So that's why some people believe that it is only APC that can stop APC. How? They have to self-destruct. You watch them explode. Watch them tear themselves apart. Apart from that, brothers and sisters, Ogun to tough one is a very tough one. Psychologically, physically, APC came to do three things: to steal, to steal, to destroy, and to kill. All these are what they are doing. The longer they are, the worse it will become. And in this regard, except the people now said, enough, which is what we are all waiting for. They will trigger you. It's called self-destruct. You get so powerful to some point that you feel like, I can do whatever I like. Damn it, off it. I can do whatever I want. The international community is never going to, they are never going to sanction me anyway. Yeah, they're not going to sanction me. Kill them if they do any nonsense. Then you become so powerful that you believe that you are unstoppable. That's what I'm saying right now. Then, you explode. It will be internal burst. Denying people justice, ramming people into prisons, and then shutting media houses, making things like it is Armageddon, right? You should do everything within your power. Look at me very well. Your education is destroyed. Your healthcare is destroyed. Your security is stolen. Your borders are porous. Your economy in shambles. Your naira worthless. Your leaders, bunch of crooks. Your children endangered. Your women endangered. The aged, the disabled and the invalid and all that, vulnerable people became endangered. And if you look around you, the Nigeria that is happening to everyone can happen to you anytime from now. Before that happens, you see this agent of those, the agent who brought this upon you, they are now trying to gloss them over, remake them, remodel them, and they are bringing them back to you as your saviors and all that. Do everything within your power to reject them, resist them. Maiyegun, who should we then vote for? Must you vote? The one you did in 2015. How far? What about the one in 2019? How far with it? It brought you nothing but misery. But you know what? If the number is right, you can boycott the whole thing. Have your way. Some of you still don't imagine that happening, Abi. It will happen. That's why we say when APC self-destructs, Our job, before they self-destruct, our job is to make sure that many of you are never caught in the trap of all these hungry boys. They are doing their WhatsApp meeting right now. Okay? They are doing WhatsApp meeting. By the time they are done, by tomorrow, you will see them everywhere. Nigeria said they have, Buhari said they have lifted the Twitter ban in Nigeria. Hey, good news. Tifnubu's campaign team will now have a Twitter. They are going to tell you about Tifnubu on Twitter. Hey, we are so happy to see you, Abi. Yeah. So they have lifted the ban. So which means you are going to see a lot of them now. Now, 1,000 naira recharge card per day. From the billions they have stolen from you, from your destiny they have already looted from you, your children and the rest of them, that you have no certainty of what their future holds. There's actually no future in real sense of it, yeah? Your children and the rest of them, 1,000 naira a day on social media. Shut up your mouth. Where's your baba? That's what they will say. Our questions are not really tough, okay? We know Tifnubu is a crook. We know those around him are criminals. We know the system they operate is a crooked system, right? But we also know that he's got the cover of the system to do and aspire for whatever he wants. Listen to me. It is his right, just like it is your right to say you want to be anything as a Nigerian, okay? At the same time, it is also your right to say, no, I'm not going to be part of that nonsense. If you choose to. So it is Tifnubu's right to contest. It is your right to make sure that it fails. Do you know that? Don't let anybody tell you that go and bring your candidate. You don't have any candidate in a rigged election, in a rigged system. Don't waste your time. Use your energy. Tell people. But they said if we don't vote, they will write it. Let them write it. Boycott it. Begin to build the mentality of boycotting it. That's where you build the number. When you have that number of boycotting their rubbish, oh man, when the time comes to push back, it won't be hard to you. It won't be surprising to you. In fact, you have a reason to push back because their illegitimacy will irritate you. I can bet on that. Don't waste your time. The last time you voted, and now, can you say that again? Can you say that? That's again. It's obviously it's a waste. So they just told me now that my time is up. So which means I'm going to open the line. Yeah. So, but before I do that, you guys are going to give me 2 minutes. I'm going to try and make myself a hot tea. Just listen to the song, okay? Make myself a hot tea. Come back here, and then I will start taking calls. Remember, that number on your screen is the number to call in through WhatsApp, okay? I will be back soon. So yeah, I have my first caller on the line. Hello there.
Hello, Maiyegun General.
Hello, sir. You said you are this is your first time of calling. Please, your name and where you're calling from.
My name is Abiola Babs. I've been trying to reach you for the past year now.
Wow. So, Abiola,
so
now I
finally got you today.
I know. And you're also my first caller. Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
So you are live.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you very much. I'm calling.
So welcome.
In respect of the whole situation, there's a lot to talk about. So, you see, all these things going on in Nigeria, it's just child's play. You know what happened during Sodom and Gomorrah is going to be worse than that. Yeah, it's going to be worse because, everybody knows what is going on now. Everybody knows what is going on. And do you know what actually happened in Iraq?
Please
you know what happened in Iraq? It's going to be small to what is going to happen in Nigeria. Because, people have died. People have gotten missing. A lot of terrible things have happened. If we go into details, we can't complete the whole discussion. We can't even finish. It's a lot and a lot and a lot. And my brother, just watch what is going to happen. Let them continue to do what they are doing, what they are best known to be doing. The clock is ticking. The clock is ticking. And when is the right time, it's going to be like rain.
It's almost the time now anyway, because everybody's going to have his own fair share. And that's the season now. We're about to find out.
It's going to be like rain, serious rain. But what I would just advise my people is, wherever you are, stay where you are, protect your area, protect your vicinity, and make sure you are secured. If you see any strange person coming towards you at night and you don't know, you can't recognize, you know what to do. But my brother, the clock is ticking. It's ticking. The clock is ticking. We're almost there.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, and God bless you, and God bless everybody.
And you too. My regards to the family there. Yeah. You have a good one, sir.
Yeah, they were here.
And
you too.
Yeah. So that's the opening from Abiola from US. So talking about defend yourselves, Ondo State government has advised their own people not to defend themselves against the Fulani herdsmen. Rather, they should let the government do the job. Just thought I should let you know that, by the way. Hello.
Hello, Maiyegun.
Hello, sir.
How are you doing?
I'm very well.
It's nice talking to you again. I'm very good. My name is Olaniji.
Olaniji on the line. Sir, you're live, please.
Yeah, two things I want to talk about. I want to talk about the issue of the topic you spoke about yesterday. Which
the citizenship. Oh, yesterday you said.
Yeah, the Tinubu presidency.
Fire on, sir.
Yeah. One, I want to, if I wouldn't have mind if Tinubu to be, to be president.
Okay.
But when you consider his antecedent, what he has done when he was in Lagos State, when he was a Lagos State governor, of course he did well. Started well, but over time, because he introduced Agbero. You understand? He brought about Fashola, who did well for Lagos State as well. Some the person that succeeded, because how you know a good leader is who succeeded that person.
That's right.
He did that. But over time, he brought Agbero. He made his wife, senator. He made his son to be head of Abat Agency of Lagos State.
Right.
He made his cousin to be head of Lamata. He made his, his daughter to be Iyaloja. You know something? Then he went to Oshun, crowned that team in Oshun. He went to, you understand, Ogun and all that. And then now, if you own everything, like if you own everything in Lagos State, making everything to be under you. You understand? Now, if you made that kind of person to become president, what is he going to do?
You can only imagine.
You understand? So he started rebel, he ended there, and look at every other thing. Look at what we have. So that is, by the way, Tinubu for president? No. Let us have, so if I thought there will be 2023, that's my point. If at all, that will take me to the next topic thing that I'm going to talk about.
Please.
If you look at the last time I spoke on your show, I spoke about the issue of killings in Nigeria, the bloodshed that is happening all over the place, that is not stopping. And nobody is talking about it. As a leader that you want to rule, you want to become the president of a particular nation, and you did not say anything about all these things. You are not even addressing the issues that people are raising in that area that you think is your own location, your own area, Lagos, everywhere, in the whole of Southwest. He has never made a statement about all that is happening
because
in the whole of
he didn't want to offend some people. And it's not the typical Tinubu that people know. That's another thing that gave him out like that, right? That this is actually a fluke, okay? But we know why.
You understand?
He didn't want to offend Buhari so that he can
be the Buhari things, the Northerners. You understand? You know, they're the one rooting for him. And let me tell you, let me tell you, Maiyegun, why they are rooting for Tinubu to be president. Because they know it's hell. It's not good. Do you understand? So they are going to put it there.
Olani, imagine them playing us. Tinubu and gang, they thought Buhari was going to probably buy and Oshibajo will just be president, right? Now, Buhari is going to finish his tenure, right? Now, they want to do the same thing on Yoruba Zabi. So Tinubu that is in and out of hospital, working with walking stick and all of that, he's going to give him a Northerner's vice president. And when he buys, I don't like that.
You understand? And then the Northerner will now come in again and continue with their atrocities. That is their plan. That is why they want him to be president. That is why they are supporting him. You know, and let me tell you, the truth be told, I keep telling people that there's nothing. You know, I keep saying it. I don't know. The last time I said it too. People should forget about Nigeria. It's not that we don't want it to be good or that we don't want the country to be nice. That's why we are all talking about all these things. It's not that we are bad, but when you look at what is happening, I had the story of a mother conniving with the son to kill another. I mean, you know, Tegmota Buro. You know, the mother connived with one to kill the other one for ritual, for money. Look at what is happening to this Ife saga. Look at all the killings that people are too desperate, and you can't blame people. They have no hope. You are not giving people hope. You're not helping people. You are not doing anything. And you think that the election will come. Look at someone saying that, how will you revoke citizenship of a natural born? This is the first time I'm hearing it in my entire life.
I'm trying to figure it out myself.
I've never had it that somebody citizenship will be revoked. So where do you want him to go to? Of course, he has become a UN citizen. And they will make his case to be good.
I mean, they didn't give explanation, but you know it's Nigeria now, where anything goes. Yeah, in the next few days now they will say, "Oh no, they've stopped it." No, it's just a mistake. But they are trying something out. These criminals, Baba. Make her take another caller. Thank you so much.
All right, Maiyegun. It's only God that understands God that country. It's only God. I don't know.
It's unreal. Nigeria is unreal. Thank you so much.
Very.
I have another caller. Sorry for keeping you waiting.
Hello, Maiyegun General.
Hello, Baba. Give me a minute. I want to say something before we continue.
Jerry.
Please, 1 second, Baba.
Okay.
So what happened is that when people call in, sometimes it's better to make it conversational, okay? But it's not always like, oh, now Maiyegun, let him talk. I want to talk too. Well, I mean, make it conversational, enjoyable for everybody listening. So, my caller, sir. Hello.
Hello, Maiyegun General.
Hello, sir. How you
Jerry,
doing?
you know, I'm very well. You know what's going on here? Jerry, the fact that we are even saying Northerners, Igbo, Yoruba, this one, that one, it already shows that we are not one. You understand? We've never been one, and we'll never be. We'll never be one. So let them just all go in our separate ways. But these cabals, so-called cabals, politicians, they are just wasting everybody's time and playing politics, right? People are getting killed daily. You know, people are as in kidnapped, killed, and everything. There's a man, Mr. Koiki, show, Pastor Shibumi. The guy was kidnapped. The pastor was kidnapped, right? And after the pastor was beaten to almost to near death. The guy, right, one of the kidnappers, one of the Fulani kidnappers, left the guy in the bush to go and buy a drug for the guy to use so that the guy won't die, so they can pay the ransom. So, people will just think, this is the normal person. But they don't know that these people are actually now living amongst you guys. You understand? For someone they kidnap someone, beat that person to the point of death. So they don't want the person to now die. They now went outside to go and buy drugs for the guy to use so that the guy will not die. You understand? So the person that you bought the drug for now will be thinking is a normal person. Don't know that this guy has kidnapped someone. So this is what we are telling people. And you understand? They don't understand that this thing is real. You understand? There's another one to share the Ibadan Expressway. You understand? So these things are real.
People, Baba, now 5 people don't know 5 people, and to this day, nobody knows what or where they are or what the government is doing to get them back. Probably gathering ransom to pay ransom.
The government will never do anything. When these things are happening, they should just know, okay, since the job or Shenkoko, but in Komorote Professor Banjagito, called your cause to declare Yoruba nation. To declare Yoruba nation. Look at that lovely because I'm a Jagba nation one because it will it will be quicker and it will be faster because they will not give these people right to be doing what they are doing. Governor of the Lagos State of Eko, I am the Kineka, call your this one. Yes, I am too low to call this one. That country is just messed up. It's just messed up country. Nothing works in that country from top to bottom. Nothing works. And then they hear people and they are saying, I'm the one that I'm going to declare myself for 2023. This one is Babangida to commit the atrocity. You know, Oshibajo is like this one. You know, this one is coming out. I'm endorsing this Yaya Bello. Because you know,
boy, Maiyegun makes sense.
Cherry, I'm telling you, Cherry, because a lot will happen. Imagine so let's just be watching and be saying. But I will urge everybody to bango call ìwọ tó bá lè gbébọn sílé lọ ṣe oògùn tó bá lè ṣe oògùn lọ gbé àdá sílé kò ní security kan. Then àwọn Fúlàní tẹ̀ ń ra oúnjẹ lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ tẹ̀ ń ra kíní róògì ni wọ́n lálẹ́ o. Ẹ má surprise pé tó bá because these people can enter your house and then sọ fún ẹ̀yà ará Èkó nìkan ni kò ní Àmọ̀tẹ́kùn. You see, after that talk, that CPS, whatever guy, don't suffer, make a phone call. The other governors who advise go and collect a motek, make a food, you know. You couldn't get what because take over land of Deku. I want full and it don't run don't go every day. But trailer, what stop one? What the weapon? What start one? Because so what start one the weapon? She believe on show state. What our bosses can do, made ye escape. Now our bosses or that they were weapons in the car and they were full of Fulani people. So where were they going? What was their mission? But in Lagos State, these people are coming in and they disperse them everywhere and they will all be riding Okada. If you go to Lagos State now, most of them that are riding Okada are Fulani. So I'm urging àwọn Yorùbá tiwa ẹ má ṣe mistake lọ wọ Okada Fulani because tó bá gbé dé point kan akọ yọ dága ni á dẹ̀ gun ẹni dága kò ní sẹ́ni tó máa mú. Then àwọn tẹ lọ ra oúnjẹ lọ́wọ́ tẹ̀ ra súyà ẹran èèyàn lẹ̀ ń jẹ tẹ̀ mọ̀. You know, so gbogbo pé ẹ lọ ń ra iṣu lọ́wọ́ Fulani ẹ lọ ra grape lọ ẹ ra watermelon, you are killing yourself because these people are dangerous. They are everywhere, and their mission, they have a mission, and they cannot be trusted.
Thank you so much, Baba.
Spy ni gbogbo what you want. Olukaluku de shora won. They were at alert if they want to leave, because this year will be rugged. All right.
Thank you, Baba, for that. Let me take another call too. We have a lot of listeners tonight. So, yeah, thank you. So, I have... hello.
Hi.
Hello there. Sorry, your name and yeah, where are you calling from, please?
My name is Jamila. I'm calling you from Houston, Texas.
Jamila, have we spoken before?
No, we haven't. My husband watches you every night, and I just wanted to thank you for all that you do.
Thanks, Jamila.
Yes, and all the voices that you are speaking up for. You remind me of the civil rights leaders here in America during our civil rights movement. So I just really wanted to thank you for that.
Oh, thanks, Jamila. And that's actually so, sort of lovely, I have to say. I hear that once in a while. I mean, people who get to watch my program through their husbands or through their wives and all that. It's a pleasure that you actually shown interest in what is going on back there. Yeah. So,
yes. We watch it every night, and I just wanted to thank you for that.
Thanks so much, Jamila. Any other thing you want to add?
Okay. No, that was it. I just wanted to tell you thank you and keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah, we'll continue. Thank you so much. And do you mind giving me the name of the man? Just his first name, and I can say hi to him, because I know he's beside you right now.
His name is Yomi.
Yomi.
Yes, he always calls you.
That's lovely. Thank you so much, Jamila. All right. And keep watching.
Okay.
All right. It's been a pleasure speaking to you. Right. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye. So I have another caller, a veteran that I've not spoken to in a long time. Hello.
Hey, Maiyegun.
Sir.
Maiyegun, this is Emmanuel Banjoko. Maiyegun, what I want to say, Maiyegun, is this, because I've had conversation with Professor Adeniran, the spokesperson for Chief Akintoye.
Okay.
Okay.
Please.
I have great respect for those people. As I had mentioned to them, the only way we are going to take Yoruba Nation is by having a political action group. We have to compete with all these swagger governors and kick them out of office. We have the numbers. Almost 85% of the Yoruba Nation people want their own nation. The numbers is with us. But from what Professor Adeniran was telling me, is saying that, we go the political way, it's going to be difficult because they don't count the votes. No, we're not worried about that. You see, we want people to be out there to show these people that we have the numbers. We need to kick Governor Sowore out of office, or your state governor out of office. We need to replace all those governors with Yoruba Nation governors. We need to compete politically with these people. Chief Igboho, God bless him. Yeah. He has given us something that we don't even, the power that we don't even know we have, because he has the followers. All the Yoruba Nation people, we need a political action group. Like I told Professor Adeniran, I spoke with him directly on the phone. We had a conversation for almost 30 minutes.
Wow.
I said to him, the only way we are going to defeat these people is by politics. We don't want 2023 presidential election.
No.
We don't want that. But we must take this Waga state back. We must replace those people with Yoruba Nation governors. Then we can institute our own constitution. We must beat them at the polls. Forget about whether INC is the one that's counting. No. We will take them to court. We need to compete with them on the political.
It's complex too, my brother. Sorry to cut you short, yeah? It's kind of complex when you put all that energy in, right? And you said we can ignore the real guys who will decide if all those efforts will count. You know what I mean? It's like putting the cat before the horse. Because what's going to be the result of, or maybe I should learn. Please continue. Sorry to cut you short. I just thought I should put that in.
Maiyegun,
please.
We have to control the narrative. We have to control the narrative. We have to dictate the narrative, Maiyegun, because we have the numbers.
Right.
We have the numbers. You know, we need something like the like I said, Professor. Like I told Professor Adeniran, we need a national action alliance. National Action Alliance that will compete with these people. Forget about the counting of votes. We need to be out there or as a political force.
Yeah.
First, let them know that we are a political force. We have to have representation in every state. We have to have representation in every state. We have to defeat all these governors. Let them know that we have the numbers first. You know, what comes next after that will dictate itself. But we can't just be acting behind. We can't just be saying, let other people have all the narratives. This is what we're having. We must compete. You know, this is what they do here in the United States. You have to have a political action group that everybody should, all the agitators, whether you are Ilanomo, Dual, or OPC, everybody should be under one umbrella. National Action, the National Action Group that I suggested, it came from the action group that the Chief Awolowo was using in those days. Right. We need a National Action Group alliance as a political one first. So listen, let me tell you something.
Please.
When you have 100 million Yorubas showing up, agitated, even Benin will be scared. You know, the people are the only one that is going to liberate their country, not the politicians. Not going to England and saying that Osun, the election in Osun is illegal because of 1999 Constitution. No, we need a political action.
Something more stronger than
political action group. Yeah, stronger than that. And every state, we must have people to represent us in every of those states, from Kogio to Lagos State. We need to kick these people out of office. It is the only way we are going to get it.
Get the power to ourselves. It's a brilliant idea, I have to admit, okay, because I've actually said that many times on here. But the number, like you said, the number is what we have to actually prove that we do have the number. And it's up to those.
You know what? Let me cut this short quick because I know you have other people in line.
Go on, it's your time.
Look at the rally that we have. Look at the rally that we have, not only in Ibadan, not only in Lagos, not only in Ijebu, not only in Edo, in other states. We also have it. We also have rally all over the world. All those people must come under one action group. It's what we need to be preaching to. See, this is why Chief Igbowo, they will not release him because they know he has the numbers. If Chief Igbowo say tomorrow he needs 1 million Yorubas,
he should ordinarily be able to get it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. This is what they are afraid of. It's the numbers that they are afraid of. I'm telling you. But if we don't look into that, use that number. If we don't use that number to our advantage, we're just backing on the wrong foot.
I agree with you. Thank you so much for that.
We have to go unapologetically political.
I like
that.
And
we have the brain.
We are doing something. Yeah, we are doing something. In fact, it's part of what I'm going to be part of as well. Okay, we are doing something in discovering all the Yorubas who are really interested in the Yoruba nation advocacy in the UK. Trying to find them and build, possibly, if we can build 100,000 fold of Yorubas in the UK alone who are interested in Yoruba nation, we discover the force we need from abroad. And then,
look, let me say this, and I'm going to let you go.
Please.
Chief Professor Akintoye must call out that every Yoruba agitator, whether it's one or groups, must register under one umbrella.
Under one.
And we need an ID card for everybody so we know who is who. Under one umbrella.
God bless.
We can take the population. We can take the population census by our phone. Yes, there are some people who will call in and trying to do otherwise. But we can control our own narrative. You know, it's the population of people that they are scared of. Look, if we go into politics against Sowore in Lagos, he will not win.
Thank you very much. Let me take other calls too. Yeah, let me take other calls because of our time. Yeah, thank you so much for this.
I send stuff to you on your WhatsApp all the time.
I'm so sorry if I never responded. I have more than 11,000 of such messages to respond. But I am so sorry. But once I come across it, you probably
thank you for all you do, and I watch you all the time.
Thank you for contributing as well. You have a good one, sir. So that's another one there. I bet you all heard that. Hello. One sec. Hello, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Hello, can you hear me too?
I can hear you loud and clear. We can all hear you. So your name and where you're calling from, if you don't mind.
My name is Paul. I'm calling in from India.
Paul from India. It's good to hear from you again, Paul. How are you?
I'm good, Maiyegun. I'm good.
Very lovely. Now you're alive. I'm very well too. Thank you. Now you're alive, bro.
Well, I just want to just a quick disclaimer for everyone trying to call in to make one point or the other. You know, sometimes I call you like you are like a doctor. Moti compare that
Yeah, I'm a psychologist.
That is it. Yes, Bosherini. So show me they heal gradually. It's a gradual process.
That's right.
So you see anyone trying to call onto this show and is trying to urge us into some kind of a political jamboree, we can kick them out. As a part of the election, we are not ready to political any nonsense. We don't want any election. It is all fraud. Please don't call into the show and start advising people we can kick them out. If we go political, my brother, wake up.
Paul, people said they are not a psychologist, too. They say like a psychiatrist. They said the right one is psychiatrist.
Psychiatrist.
Like, that one, even myself, but go on.
Psychiatrist me. So please, my brothers, my sisters, any of you out there still think vote, let us go political. We can kick them out. We can please wake up, live in that life that we are living. Any election done in that country is a fraud. Any point where you feel they are trying to push you, to advise you that please come, that you forget it. Don't waste your time. Don't waste your energy. God bless you all.
Paul, thank you very much. Let me take another call too. I have this call from hello.
Hey, Maiyegun.
Sir.
Yeah.
How are you? Your name, please, and where you're calling from.
I'm fine, man. I'm fine. I just want to support what Paul just said.
Okay. Go on.
I enjoy your show. My name is Latif Kasim.
Latif.
I'm calling from the United States, New York City.
New York, to be precise.
Yeah, I just
go on, sir.
What Paul just said about us engage with these people politically. We cannot, because these people are crook. Yeah.
Please go on. I'm listening. You know what, Latif, to enjoy ourselves, yeah? Please ignore that broadcast. It's delayed, okay? Just listen to the phone so that me and you can talk, all right? Are you there?
Yeah. So,
please,
like I was saying.
Go on.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, okay. All right. Okay, I'm engaging with you.
Latif, you are still listening to the broadcast. Look at how long it took you to respond. Leave that broadcast. Yeah. Talk to me on the phone, please. Just me and you now. The people are listening. Just me and you on the phone. Okay. Leave the broadcast. Don't wait for my whatever I said on the broadcast.
I already left the broadcast. I left the broadcast.
Oh, did you? I don't know why it's delayed then. Yeah. But go on if you can hear me.
I don't know why it's delayed. Yeah, I don't know either. But I can also tell you that we just need to do what is right for ourselves.
That's right.
We can't continue thinking that these people they have the same mindset we have. These people are really corrupt to the core. And you can't go out there and start campaigning against them. They have all these scouts that will attack you in the middle of the night, anywhere they can get you. We just don't want to do that. No. We just have to do what is right for us. The only thing we can do is to try and stop them by any means necessary that they do not contest. There is no election in Nigeria come 2023. We will get there by any means necessary. Whatever it takes, we have to give it to them. Because these people you cannot negotiate with. No. These are terrible human beings. They tell you something now, you can't believe them because they are lying. And you just have to tell yourself, are these people the right people I want to talk to? These are not the people. These are the most, they don't have the moral or standard. They don't have anything. There's no ethic about them. These people are just rotting. They shouldn't be respected as the nice people. And I want to tell you,
selfish. Go on.
Jagaban, I want to give a new name for Jagaban today. Oh, yeah. Jaguda, Baba Omole. That's the name, the new name for Baba Omole. That's the new name for Chief Tunumbu Jaguda. Baba Omole. Yeah, that's the new name I'm giving you to use for him. Jaguda, Baba Omole. Yeah, it's a thief. It's just everybody that he brought to power, they coming to steal like he did.
That's right.
So it's just, Jaguda, Baba Omole. That's the Jagaban for Tinubu for Yoruba land. Jaguda, Baba Omole. So I want us to be positive, to be resolute, and to know we're going to get there by any means necessary. Because these people are not good human beings. No. These people are not people you want to talk to. No. These people, you don't even want to talk to them because they are terrible human beings. They are less of a human being. These people are not, they don't have the right mindset.
They will say they are callous, they are heartless, they are cold, and they are selfish. What's up?
They are more than that. If there's any adjective that you can qualify these people, these people are less of a woman being. They don't think they are everything that's bad in human being.
Thank you, Baba. Let me take another call. Thank you.
You sure, man. Keep all the good doing the good work. May God bless you. I wish you a successful year. And I wish everybody, both Yoruba and Igbo, to be able to stand up for themselves this year and finish this bastard. Make this is the year for them to push them out of our country. My brother, I wish you best of luck. I love you. Take care now, man.
Too. God bless you, sir. You have a good one and a wonderful week there. So I have another caller. Here. Hello.
Maiyegun General Baba.
Sir, how are you?
Yeah, not too bad. How's the family, sir?
Happy New Year to you. Thanks for asking, Baba. Your name and where you're calling from, by the way, just before we get fully into it.
Olu from Stoke-on-Trent.
Olu from Stoke-on-Trent, my brother next door, Stoke-on-Trent.
Yes,
on Trent. Yes, amazing. Now you are live, Olu.
Right. There's a caller that called not long ago, and he was talking about political front. What is, if you look at when Igbo was doing the rallies,
yes,
you will see how he pulled the crowd.
That's right.
The only thing we don't have is a common front where we can actually take these guys on. When people are saying there's no election, we can sit in I can sit in Stoke-on-Trent and say there's no election. Yeah?
Right.
But on that day, people will come out, line up, and they will vote.
Because it's their right.
I'll give you an example. I'm from Ekiti State.
Right.
And the councillor in my village is in his second term. Right. And they will vote. Trust me, they will vote. I'm in touch with these people. They will vote. But don't forget that if we, like Yoruba Nation, all these revolution now, if we can have a political front, don't forget they will use us to rig the election. I used to rig the election for them when I was in Nigeria. We used to join them, do the same thing. But when
you will think you are participating in a political process, but it's rotten.
Yes,
so
yes.
It's not new.
But it's rigging. Yeah. So when I came to UK, that's what I see, that things can be done in a different way.
That's right.
So things can be done in a different way, and that's when I learned. But when we were at home, in fact, palm kernel, we used to use it to thumbprint papers. So, but the same people you want to use, these are the people that attended the Igbo's rally. But we don't have something like an ID card, something like a common goal to bring us together and face them. To try to tie us together. Abroad, we spent a lot of money supporting people at home. We can do that. You don't want to call it politics good, but we need something that will bind us together. We need something.
I mean, you are right. Olu, if we have to be honest to ourselves, right? Most of the time when we demand for all of these things, we need to change the constitution, or we need a better one, or we need to have united Yoruba to speak for the Yoruba, governors needs to speak for the Yoruba. But on the other hand, it's like us, asking them something to do, asking them to do something that is indeed going to take away the privilege they enjoy. And that is not what they campaign for. They campaign to be governors to enjoy those privileges. So it's like us asking people we never give any response, any kind of power to do what we want, which we know will work against them. They will never do it. But what people are saying is that indeed, without the political power, right?
We cannot
do anything, okay? But at the same time,
people to Lekki again,
at the same
they
time,
will shoot at us again.
Yeah, Olu, at the same time, we cannot ignore the rotten system that will block out this intention. Can we say Sowore didn't do it right? Did we not see what happened?
Yeah,
it is the system.
Yeah, but
go on.
It doesn't have the number, bro. Sowore does not have the number. Sowore doesn't have the number. When
go on.
When Yoruba Nation came and Sowore wasn't supporting it, half of his followership went to Yoruba Nation. But if we can find something to unite all of us, have a political front, trust me, if you keep saying no election, there will be election. I'll tell you that. They will vote.
I'm with you.
There will be election. There will be election. Just stop all this that is not achievable. We cannot realize it. Where they will vote and they will write they will write a number, and somebody will be in Aso Rock. It's as simple as that. Kano is in detention. Sowore is in detention. All these people, they were locked up. What are we saying? Are they not there now? They are. But we
they
need
have the political power to do that. That's why they did.
To do it. To do it. We need to rescue these things. We need to have, if we can pull that number in Ekiti when it went to my state, if that number can go out and say on an election day, no rigging, there will be no rigging, sir. They use us to do the rigging. Thank you very much. I give somebody else a chance. All right,
it's a brilliant conversation. And one thing is that I love views that are not always same. They are always good. You get to hear other people's views. They present them articulately.
Oh,
you
thank
don't have
you.
to agree with them. Okay.
God bless you.
Good evening, ma. How are you?
Yes, I'm blessed. Are you?
I am very well, ma. It's good to hear from you again. You made this important conversation tonight.
Oh, my God. Honestly speaking, I have seen this pattern now, and it's becoming a pattern. There are so many Yoruba agitators, let me just say, the APC, the political jobbers that hide under the Yoruba Nation at their placard, or let me just stop there. Now they are coming out with this same old story. Most of them are speak to them. Go on their platform. This is their story. Listen to them on their so-called their program. This is the same story. Or why don't we form a political group? Why don't we form a political group? This is one way of trying to crush the agitation. They know it's not going to work. Sowore tried. They know it's not going to work. But it's one way of, try to kill the agitation.
One way to water down the agitation and the demand for. I'm with you, man. I'm following you.
They know it's not going to work. And you can see the same pattern. Every one of them is saying the same thing. Go on their platform, you will hear them. These are the people that before now, a couple of months ago, they come up and say Yoruba Nation now. And some of them now are finally showing their color.
Ma,
now,
could that be? I read it somewhere, ma. Yeah, sorry to cut you short. I read it somewhere that some of our own brothers and sisters in Yoruba nation struggle, or especially online, they decided to join because they hated Buhari. Now that Buhari is about to go, they can always try to change the narrative and say, why not let a Yoruba be president? I think I'm following you, man. Could that actually be the whole thing? Trying to make us feel like, you know what?
They know they're not going to give any Yoruba any chance. They know it's not going to happen. If you form a political group, it is already dead on arrival. And they will justify it. That means some of them don't want to be under this shame of, oh, look at him. He has now led the agitation to join the APC, because most of them are APC members. And this is their pattern. I've seen it. And I was telling a friend, I said, look. I watched David Amnesty yesterday. He was saying the same thing. Go on his program, yesterday's program, and listen to him. He was saying exactly the same thing. And most of them are now coming out telling us, oh, let's form a political group. Let's form a political group. Sowore did it. It never worked. We know the system that they operate in Nigeria. It's a rigged system. You know the election has already been cancelled.
They tried to hijack Sowore's party, ma. They tried to hijack Sowore's party when Sowore was in jail, when they locked Sowore up. And other people, they tried to overtake Sowore's political party. They haven't recovered from that till this day. Who wants to start that again?
You see? They know it's not going to work. But one way of keeping, because if Yoruba Nation now start talking about politics or political group, they will not start pointing fingers.
Yeah, like so. This
now
is
they can justify. That's it. They can now justify, and they know it's one way because all they need to do is to pay the leader and tell that leader, tell your people now, let them vote for this person. And that will be the end of it. Another 4 years or 8 years, how many years of Yoruba? One of them even came up and said, oh, this 1999 constitution you people are talking about. Let's put somebody there. Forget the constitution. The constitution is you. So it's like, are these people mad?
Forget it. Forget this one. Forget that one. Oh boy, if all of you don't notice, say Maiyegun one day tried rob this kind of idea before you, which I will know if I'm sick. Maybe when I'm beginning to get sick, I can, people now they come at attention.
Look at that.
Go on, man.
Look at that actor. Please remind me his name. The one that went to the Senate. From Lagos.
Oh.
He used to be a Nollywood actor.
He didn't go to the Senate. He goes to the State Assembly. Are you talking about Desmond Idiot? Desmond Idiot. He's a member of a Lagos State Assembly.
Before he went there, a lot of us banked. When this man gets there,
it will be different.
This man went there. He became like, hold on. When they get into the system, the system is corrupt. They become part of the corrupt system, and they know if Yoruba Nation now turn to be a political group, they will kill endlessly. Come on, let's just remain focused. Yoruba Nation will stay on our lane. Whoever wants to go on their political lane can go on their political lane.
Great.
No, this Akama J, this our Mumu don't do, Joe. Our Mumu don't do.
God bless you, ma. That's a very brilliant one, okay? And I love the passion as well. It's like everybody is agreeing with you in the comments. Yes, ma. Good one. I've not been reading the comments.
Do. Honestly, Akama J, ni gbogbo nta people in there now.
Yeah.
One today.
Tuntun today.
Abi.
I'm with you, man. God bless you.
Let
me take another call
God
too.
Bless you. But we're going to remain on our lane. They can take their political group and set up one. Bye-bye to them.
Class. I love that. Thank you very much, Ma. So I'll take another call this time around, from... Yeah.
Hello?
Hello, sir.
This is Oladapo from Washington, D.C.
Oladapo from Washington. It's a pleasure having you. I think this is our first or second time. Have we had a chat before?
Second time.
Washington, Washington, D.C. Actually rings bell. So, how are you tonight, sir?
I'm good, and you as a family?
Very well, and surviving. Thanks for asking. So, you are live, and everybody can hear you loud and clear, sir. Please.
Bro, you're doing a wonderful job. We really appreciate you.
God bless you.
And God will keep strengthening you.
Amen.
Now, my contribution goes like this. If you listen to the last speaker, that is purely the truth. There is no way we are going to start any political whatever that is going. We can't win them. We can never.
No.
Tinubu has been in this game for donkey years, and he knew the way to manipulate a lot of people.
That's right.
And those who are coming to us at this time, my brother, we need to be very careful. If we look at the way the scripture put it, sheep, a wolf, a coat of a sheep. When you see them, they will tell you, why don't you? Like you said earlier on, Sowore has done it. There is no, let's be 100% sure. We can, even if we have the number, we cannot. This guy has enough money to drop everywhere. And apart from that, our people, their mentality is so funny. Especially those who think that, this person should have something upstairs. When you listen, look at the question asked the guy, how does Tinubu make his money? What? Kilo resource? He has nothing tangible to say.
They will turn into fights because they don't have answers.
And when you look, they don't have tangible answers. At that time, we never knew how it looks. I don't try to help one single person. Oh my God, defend your 1,000. So see, like the system you said earlier on. Okay, the election, they'll be the one to win. If you go to the court, eventually there are people out there. So election may lonely APC win, but past the man lock court or man winning. Money. We are not done. We are not done like now.
And that's why I touched them.
We've been going
this system, see everybody by agree we call overhaul system, People like us, people like you, people like me, we can be interested in matching a Yoruba nation with a political movement where we can say, let's go and take, because then you know that it will be worthy. I mean, it will worth the effort, right? When you say, hey, let us campaign for this person under Yoruba National Party for governor, it will be worthy, but you're just joking. If you go into anything with these guys, you're joking.
My brother, before arrival, this thing is dead. Before we even try it at all. Because thousands of them are out now, like you said. Thousands of them are out on Twitter and everything. Even when we talk to them at home, APC, not tangible. Before I left Nigeria to this place, I told them I live in Iju Elliot. At the junction, in front of that, the filling station, I told them this Buhari cannot be the solution to Nigeria. And they said, you don't like him. I said, look at the man. He was a Momo right from time. And look at what I said. Many of them could come and say, this thing, what you said that time was true. As if you knew, you left the country for us. The
last person,
how many questions? Can you answer the questions? Go back to the farm. You knew now, what you want not money. Most of these people that we are saying all these things, we are industrial people saying.
But I mean,
my brother,
take a look at this way. How is it different? How is Tinubu different from him? They said youth unemployment. Tinubu said they should employ 50 million youth to fight. To fight.
Then we will provide corn. Imagine the foolish man. Oh my Jagbado.
Mental.
God
bless you, Baba. Thank you very much. Our
people should wake up from their slumber. Our people should wake up. This is the time for them to wake up.
They are listening. Thank you. Let me take my last call. I know so many of you are trying. I've been seeing Eda Olaoluwa again and again. But, you know, it's just whoever is on there will take it. Hello.
Hey, Daddy Gio. Daddy Gio.
Dear brethren, brother. How are you, sir?
The temple of the truth.
The temple of truth. God bless you. You are blessed 1 million times because they say you shall know the truth and the truth shall set you free. My dear brother, sir, you are free. Welcome to the temple and fire on. Your name?
This is David.
Say that again. Dennis, did you say?
David the kid.
David. I thought it was like a Moses. They say if you want to defeat the Egypt or the Egyptians, make sure you have a Moses in your team. But David too has a history. So go on.
Maiyegun, I want to give you a secret.
Thank you. Thank you.
They have sent all these people to keep going to all the bloggers.
Yes.
And keep raising this thing about forming the political party. Why didn't they come out in July last year to tell us this? If it's a setup, if you go to all the bloggers in Europe, this is what they are saying all over there. It's high time you don't give anybody audience. They're trying to fool you that when you start saying this, it becomes popular and everybody will start talking and giving them a chance. It's the time you start acting like Nigeria. Anybody that thinks you form a political party will go to hellfire. Let's start saying that. Why didn't they tell us this last year? Why didn't they tell us this thing last year when they arrested Namdekan on Sunday? Why did they come out and say let's form a political party?
Let's turn it.
Why now that the election has kicked off now? They are now sending them to start disturbing all the
David, you remember if you have been very available and then watching some of my recent broadcasts. You remember when we got into this year, I said this is election year. Many of our brothers and sisters that we are both saying Biafra, Yoruba nation in the last 3 years, they are going to unravel this year. You are going to begin to see them differently. Don't act surprised. I think it's happening.
They have sent them the check now. This is what they are doing all over the whole blogger. Let's form a political party. Let's form just to guide people matter that, not to poison the mind of the people over there. Do not give them those audience anymore. Tell them you don't want that topic. They are trying to make you resolute to them so that you die, they turn down, dominate people to revolt. Why are they telling us now to form a political party in 2022? Why did they tell us this in 2020, in 2021? Why now? Why now? All this is a distraction. They're trying to not let us have a voice anymore. You people should watch out. Yesterday I was in David Hamilton. This is all what they were discussing in David Hamilton's show, arguing about that. Everywhere they're saying this. Just listen.
So that means I need to up my game by making sure that in fact I spend much of my time giving you the reasons why you should never participate in their fraudulent elections. Not with this system, not with what they have there. I think I'll spend much of my time. It seems it's happening already. It is happening. People are already doing it. Telling people about election, right?
They send them out. They send them out. They just to die to make people have a soft mind. When you start thinking about having a new political party, they will be doing their campaign. They know you cannot beat them. They send them out.
That is so soon. I was thinking that it was going to be sometimes around June, July. That people are still going to hang on till then. So it don't start with that.
If you go to
God bless you for God bless you. And I also don't want those who brought that up on my program tonight to feel bad. Okay, sometimes people may say things that they say it out of their own innocent mind of. Why can't we do this or that? And it could come out, it could be coming up at the wrong time. But now that I know that there are actually those promoting that, then we also need to buckle up. People should buckle up.
You must your station should be Daddy Gio. Anybody that
I'm the Daddy Gio,
you go to hellfire.
It's just that, well, I think you are right. We can do that, right? I may not know the key to the hellfire up there or elsewhere, but we all agree that they have made Nigeria hellfire. So my job is to please save you. If you agree with me, you can go to Nigeria, and you know what that means? Hellfire. Bless you, Baba.
Thank you very much.
Oh, bless you. Thank you so much, David.
We are listening to them. We are watching them. Got another game. We go to all bloggers to start telling them to form a political party.
We must be up and doing and make sure that we are never caught off guard, because agreeing with them sometimes is like us setting ourselves up. Okay, but also, I know. Also, we should also remember to know that even if we choose not to participate, or we are choosing never to participate in their election, as they call it, their fraud, there will be people who are still going to exercise their rights. Okay, but we have been very clear about that. If now your choice, we shouldn't drag us into it. You are right.
Thank you very much.
God bless you, David. And you have a good evening, okay? So this is where we're going to draw the curtains because of our time. I am going to probably start early tomorrow. If I start early tomorrow, if I'm on, we'll likely have a longer time to phone in, okay? Really sorry to everyone who have been trying to call in and didn't make it. And I'm also happy for everyone who did make it onto the program and contributed today. It's been a pleasure. Watch this video from the beginning again if you are just joining. And if you're my friends on YouTube, come on. You guys were almost at 2,000 earlier, but funny enough, it's only 500 of you that could indeed say, "Oh, Maiyegun, well done." That thumb up. You can do that before you go, right? Omoyele Sowore is going to be on MaiyegunsDiary Politico any moment from now. It may be tomorrow. It may be the day after that. We want Sowore to come and tell us how it feels to now to become a non-Nigerian under Buhari. We also want to figure out what he thinks about the whole charm prepared election. Why did they deactivate his voters card? Why did they deactivate that? It's crazy. Anyway, Bobby and everyone who actually reached out earlier with their super chat, super sticker, Elegua Ogun. Let me see. Bobby, thank you. And then dear Empress. The Empress, thank you very much for your super sticker and super chat, okay? So as you are watching me right now, just before you go, leave that chat room on YouTube, like that video. And if you haven't really subscribed on MaiyegunsDiary Politico, please do. You can do that right now. Subscribe, set your notification on, and please take a minute. Check if your notification is indeed still very much on, even though you subscribe. Many of you have complained that you don't get the notification when Maiyegun is live, okay? And if you are just joining me, you can watch the broadcast from the beginning again. Or I'll see you some other time. You should all have a good evening and a beautiful night.
Súnrakì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Maiyegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ Súnrakì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀ Súnrakì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Lórí Facebook.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀ Súnrakì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Lórí YouTube.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀ Súnrakì.